right, let's take a call here. People have been waiting. Like Mark in Tampa, Florida, the great WFLA country. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. Thank you, sir. Last Wednesday, you asked the question, this isn't constitutional republicanism, so what is it? And you've talked about it a little while ago as well, and you're right. It is alien. What we live under is a progressive democracy. And I have two pieces of information I can illustrate this to you. When I say that we live in a progressive democracy, I'm also referencing an out-of-copyright book by Herbert Croly that was specifically recommended by former President Theodore Roosevelt. The first thing, Croly writes about worshipers of the word, and he talks about the monarchy of the word. And what he's getting at is the federal Constitution. We've always known that these progressives hate the Constitution, and it's written right here on page 44. He says, the law and the shape of the federal Constitution...
you don't need to read it to me. I believe you. As a matter of fact, we can do better than that. We can quote Woodrow Wilson.
Yes. You have a chapter of Woodrow Wilson in your book, The Meritopia, and I'm so thankful you did that. The other thing I was going to mention, again, from progressive democracy, is he talks about social legislation. He talks about how legislators have become innovators and how legislation, instead of legislation taking care of everything, it gets passed off to a commission. And that's exactly what Obamacare does. Why is Obamacare 3,000 pages? Because it's not legislation, it's social legislation. That's why there's been 15,000 regulations that come out of it.
You know what it really is, too, my friend, as I'm listening to you? It is a rewriting of the Constitution. That's what it is. So it's not really a matter of three branches of the federal government anymore. It's three branches and this other thing which lords over us, right?
Yes, sir. They've been trying to get around the Constitution for 100 years. The sad thing is...
And it's worked.
They're almost there.
Let me tell you something. You're very good. You have all my books, or would you like me to send you one?
I don't have a copy of Meritopia, I'll be honest with you, so...
Well, let me send you a signed copy of Meritopia. You in particular, I think, are going to like it. All right, my friend, don't hang up. Good call. He's exactly right. This is where we are. This is what's going on. And so we're going to start, I think, what I'm going to call this now. How about we, Mr. Producer, the Levin Liberty Project? Do you guys like that? My beloved audience, do you like that? We'll call it the Levin Liberty Project. That's what we'll call it. You hear people now talking about the Constitution all over the place. This wasn't always the case on radio or TV. But now it is. Because of this program, because of what we've started and what we're doing. Sometimes I wonder, are we making a difference? Look what's going on with the government. And then more and more I think to myself, well, more and more people are talking about the Constitution. They're talking about limited government. More and more people are bringing up the Bill of Rights and various amendments within the Bill of Rights. So I think in that sense we're succeeding. Now what we need to do is continue to educate ourselves, continue to educate our friends and our coworkers and our neighbors, continue to spread the word like the Paul and Paulette Revere's who you are. But now we need to do something. It may not happen in a year. It may not happen in 10 years. It may not happen in our lifetimes. But we have to begin. Maybe it'll be a 100-year effort that we start today the way the progressives did 100 years ago, as the caller was explaining. But we have to begin somewhere, and I say we begin now and we begin here.